The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
A local Mexican restaurant closed down over the weekend due to food violations. NEWS3 has the details. And higher winds last night brought on chillier temperatures today. NEWS3's Matt Kablusik will tell you if these conditions are here to stay in his full weather forecast. And residents from all over Macomb came out to the annual Dickens on the Square over the weekend. Stick around for more on that story. All that and more right now.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. NEWS3 starts now.
We have new information about a local restaurant closed by the McDonough County Health Department. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Drew Hoffman.
And I'm Franny Smith. Over the weekend, the talk of the town was the 72 straight hours Guadalajara was closed. The Mexican-themed restaurant was closed by the health department after having repeat offenses.
NEWS3 spoke to Environmental Health Director Chris Adams about the closure.
They had a 72-hour closure, so automatic. We couldn't go in there until after 72 hours. And then if everything was corrected and the fine was paid, then they were allowed to reopen.
How much was the fine?
The fine was established at $1,500, so it's pretty steep. But again, it's nothing. It's more of a deterrent because you can't buy food safety. It's got to be practiced.
According to the McDonough County Health Department's website, Guadalajara is a Category 1 restaurant. This means there is a high risk of foodborne illness and requires the health department to visit at least twice a year. And according to that same website, Guadalajara has had 35 total critical violations in 2012 and 2013 combined.
Macomb residents could pay less to go camping. Manager of Spring Lake Management, Inc., Ryan Hansen, has asked the city to approve an increase in campers' fees. Hansen says the money will support him running the lake.
The city only subsidizes me a total of $80,000 a year, and that is not enough to run the lake. So the fees from camping are needed to provide everything from diesel fuel for mowing to programming and anything else we need to do.
Hansen says non-residents will pay $19 compared to the $18.50, and residents will pay $15, down from the $16 it is now. He says Macomb residents already support the lake through tax dollars, and he wants to make it cheaper for residents to come out and enjoy the lake. The City Council is expected to vote on this issue next Monday night.
The Macomb Police Department is not only protecting the city this week, but also shopping for kids in the community. Shop with the Cop continues tonight at Walmart starting at 5 p.m. The main goal for the Men in Blue is just to give a helping hand to the kids in need this holiday season. They'll be buying them everything they need, from school stuff and everything to stay warm this winter. The Macomb PD will end the 3-day event tomorrow night at JCPenney's. December has been full of surprise weather so far, but today is your typical cold December day. A high in the 30s today has to make us think that winter is almost here. NEWS3's Matt Kablusik has more in his first forecast. Matt?
Thanks. Yeah. For right now, it's still fall. Winter is approaching quickly, December 21st. So we got about 12 days. But for right now, here in Macomb, we got overcast skies. 33 degrees we're sitting at, wind chill at about 25, with winds coming out of the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. And if we look at our regional radar, 34 in Galesburg, 32 in Burlington, 36 down in Springfield, and 37 up in Peoria. Stick around for my full weather forecast, where I'll tell you when we're going to get into the 50s in the very near future. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt. Children and adults alike came out to brave the cold this Friday and Saturday for the 20th annual Dickens on the Square.
I think it's fun. I think it's a great assembly of various activities, so I think it's really, really very good.
Is here to take part in the Dickens on the Square to get people into the holiday spirit.
On the downtown square on Friday night, welcoming the Christmas season to the Macomb community. There were dancers and carolers, along with a special surprise from Mr. Grinch himself. Even with the absence of the downtown development coordinator, Dickens on the Square will continue to be a tradition for years to come. And if you enjoy ice skating, get ready to break out the skates. This weekend in Macomb, the Ball 4 Family Entertainment Center will open Saturday, December 13th and Sunday the 14th. Ball 4 will have skates available for $5 an hour. There will also be hot chocolate to warm you up after hitting the ice. The rink is located westbound on Jackson Street at 9575 US 136 in Macomb. They'll be open from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays all winter.
With winter break starting next week, many students and families will be traveling over this holiday season. NEWS3 and McDonough County Sheriff's Department want to help you prevent burglaries. Create the idea someone is home by leaving the lights on or a television on a timer. Do not broadcast your location through social media at all. And have a friend or neighbor check your house and mail. And if you do not, tell the post office to hold your letters and packages. Make sure to lock everything, including your windows. And for extra safety, contact the McDonough County Sheriff's Department with your location, dates, and information while you're traveling. The county will have patrols check your house while you are away. And Thursday night, it concluded the 9th annual Festival of Trees along with the Illumination Gala here in Macomb. More than 200 men and women paid $30 a ticket to enjoy desserts, coffee, and an open bar at the Illumination Gala. The event featured a silent auction with decorated wreaths and gift baskets, as well as music by 2 WIU jazz pianists. During the gala, attendees could enjoy the Festival of Trees. Local residents decorated the trees in a variety of different fun themes. And the funds raised during the gala will benefit the Emergency Services Expansions Project at the McDonough District Hospital.
In more local news, the Macomb Fire Department is investigating a one-alarm blaze that happened Saturday afternoon. News 3's crews were at the scene as firefighters fought the fire. You can see smoke billowing out of the house. Macomb Fire Department received help from Emmett Chalmers and have condemned the house. We will continue to follow the story and bring you more information as it becomes available. A new business has opened up on Macomb's downtown square. 309 Vapors opened last week and is already loving the Macomb area. This is the second location for the business. The original opened up in Galesburg 8 months ago. Co-owner Dirk Kreitzer says the business has a lot to offer people interested in electronic cigarettes.
So what we do, the idea behind electronic cigarettes is getting people off traditional tobacco, whether it's smoking or chew or just it takes the tobacco out of the equation. Delivers your nicotine with, right now we have 55 different flavors to choose from, anywhere from apple pie to zebra gum is one of them. So there's a lot of options out there.
The owners of 309 Vapors say they hope to add 20 more flavors in the coming weeks.
WU's art department is having its annual art sale. The art holiday sale will be held December 15th through the 17th and will take place in the University Union Grand Ballroom Gallery. The sale will feature portraits, artifacts, paintings, and many different art-related objects people can purchase. This sale occurs at the end of every semester, and it is open at 9 a.m. Monday and ends 5 p.m. Wednesday. And finally, the day students have been waiting since freshman year of college, graduation. The fall 2014 commencement ceremonies for WIU are scheduled for the weekend of December 20th. The ceremony will be held in Western Hall at 9:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. In addition to the regular ceremonies, the academic honors convocation will be held in Western Hall on the 19th at 5:30 p.m. With the season of giving in full swing, one gift you can give a pet in need of a home is, well, a home. This week, Pet of the Week is not 1, but 9 puppies from the Epitome Dog Rescue. These Dachshund and American Terrier mixes have faces that are just too hard to say no to. They have great personalities with short, stubby legs, but their body size are, well, more like a terrier. To adopt these special presents, contact the Epitome Dog Rescue at 309-331-4456.
Call it a sign of the 21st century. Still to come this afternoon. See how one state wants to change the way driver's licenses are issued, and for it's close to home for many.
Also, the Royals have arrived. The Duchess and Duke of Cambridge are on American soil this week. After enjoying a night at the Nets game, the royal couple is spending today touring the Big Apple. That story next.
That's me, Joe Decker, owner of San Diego-based Gut Check Fitness, Guinness Book World Record holder, World's Fittest Man, and WIU graduate. There are a few things that have helped me get to the top of my industry. Growing up on a farm in the Midwest, serving in the U.S. military, and graduating from WIU.
According
this is
to
my
registered
story.
dietitian
What will your
Tamara
success
Melton,
story be?
a simple way to eat healthier is to fill your cart with some must-have foods packed with nutrients.
That's me, Chris Lovingood, a senior broadcasting major at Western Illinois University. From networking in DC at a national conference to getting hands-on experience behind the news desk and in the field, the opportunities I have at WIU are preparing me for a successful media career. This is my story. What will your success story be?
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire, but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet! Dang it. Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Now from Macomb in high definition, you're watching Franny Smith, Drew Hoffman, weather with meteorology major Matt Kablusik, and sports with Jeff Marda. Live at 4 continues.
This time of year is often associated with comfort foods. Tasty treats and fancy feasts are a staple at many holiday parties.
But at a young age, many people overlook the importance of shopping healthy at the grocery store.
Susan Hendricks reports.
According to registered dietitian Tamara Melton, a simple way to eat healthier is to fill your cart with some must-have foods packed with nutrients your body requires as you grow older. In your 20s, she suggests eating plenty of calcium-rich foods like yogurt, milk, almonds, calcium-fortified juices, and cereals to help build bone and protein-rich foods like fish, lean meats, eggs, beans, nuts, and seeds to help build muscle. Fiber-rich foods are important in your 40s. Stock up on whole grains, lentils, beans, nuts, vegetables, and fruits. Over 60 eat eggs in moderation to help prevent macular degeneration, and foods that support gut health like asparagus, bananas, legumes, and yogurt.
If you're looking for yogurt, try to choose yogurts that are low or no fat. And then if you can get the plain yogurt or ones that have whole fruit in them. Avoid those that have the fruit on the bottom and a lot of sugar in it.
Remember to include plenty of water. Hydration is essential at any age.
To get hydration from fruits and vegetables. Sometimes you can get it from soup, tea if you like that, especially if it's decaffeinated, and coffee. Those are other ways of getting it in. You can get it in from fruit juice, but try to keep that to 1 4-ounce serving a day.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Susan Hendricks.
The Iowa Department of Transportation is looking to make major changes. The director of IDOT, Paul Trambino, seen here, wants to replace traditional driver's licenses with digital ones. The licenses can be put on your phone, doing away with the need to carry a paper license. Iowa is also one of 30 states that use digital insurance, where if an officer pulls you over, you can show him your insurance on your phone. The digital license would be an app, and according to Trambino, would also be secure, requiring just a PIN number for verification.
For the third day, the Duke and Duchess are visiting the states. It's day 3 of the Duke and Duchess's whirlwind visit to the U.S. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge spent Tuesday morning paying their respects at the 9/11 Memorial in New York. The couple paid tribute to the 76 British citizens who perished in the attacks. Their agenda for the rest of the day includes a trip to the Empire State Building with the New York Mayor Bill de Blasio and a visit of Youth Development Program. They'll wrap up their trip with this visit to the Metropolitan Museum of Fine Art.
Coming up in 2 minutes, it may be cold right now, but temperatures are trending upwards towards the end of the week.
NEWS3's Matt Kablusik will have your first look in his full weather forecast up next. Before we go to the break, though, we'd like to ask all the kids out there their questions for Santa Claus. The man in the big red suit joins us Friday morning at 10 a.m.
Santa's dropping on by the Good Morning Macomb set and wants to hear from all the good boys and girls in our viewing area. Just post your question to Santa on our Facebook page. Let us know your name and we'll feature your Friday morning. You can also watch online at news3wiu.com.
Stories. They happen everywhere. At News 3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region,
The tornado tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
across the state,
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated. We're all volunteers.
The stories that inform us, the stories that move us, the stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
When the big stories strike, count on award winners to provide you intimate and in-depth coverage. On the air and online, local news, fresh perspective.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
That's low, that's low and below the top.
Welcome back to News 3. We're here in Macomb. We're dealing with temperatures sitting at 33 degrees with wind chill at about 25 and winds coming out of the northwest at about 10 miles per hour with overcast skies for right now. If you look at our temperatures around the region, 37 in Peoria, 32 in Burlington, 34 down in Quincy, and 32 also in Keokuk. And if we take a look at our current surface map, as you can see, this cloudy sky is caused by low pressure, as we have this system of high pressure off to the west that will be clearing up our skies in the next few days, bringing a little bit more sunlight, and we'll be warming up the ground and warming up our temperatures as we move forward. As you can see, we move forward 12 hours, the system of high pressure moves in as all these clouds move eastwards and bring in a little bit more sun throughout the week and warm up our temperatures for just a little bit. For our regional radar for right now, nothing really going on. We're not really expecting any precipitation in the near future, which is a good thing. Because it would be in the form of rain, but not snow. So that's take it as it is. As for tonight, it's cloudy skies. We're going to be dealing with cloudy skies with a low getting down to only 26 with wind chills at about 22 degrees with cloudy skies, keeping in all of that temperature, all that heat, so we don't drop down too low. The winds coming out of the north-northeast at about 5 miles per hour. As for tomorrow, we were dealing with partly cloudy skies. High of about 35 with a wind chill only at about 30 at peak hours during the day, with winds coming out of the northeast at a very calm 5 miles per hour. As for our 5-day forecast, we are dealing with a warm-up. As we move throughout the week, we get more and more sun. Wednesday, a high of 35, 40 on Thursday, 46 on Friday, 51 and 53 respectively on the weekend, with a little bit of chance of rain on Sunday. Guys, our temperatures are warming up. Hopefully they'll stay that way, at least until we go home for winter break, you know? Keep the snow.
Yeah, but
keep the snow away.
What? Well, on Christmas, though, we want the snow. I mean, I don't mind while I'm at school.
Well, it can come back for Christmas, but for right now, I don't know. I like these temperatures.
Really? I mean, I will admit, I like warmer weather. But as soon as I get home, hot cocoa comes out, I want snow on the ground.
I agree.
Yeah.
Can you make that happen for us?
It's been pretty cold. This is actually our 4th coldest year in Illinois since the 1888 or something like that, as long as they've been keeping records. So I actually like these warmer temperatures we're dealing with in this week.
It's nice to walk in, I guess, but during the Christmas season, I like snow.
Well, thank you so much. All right, Jeff is in next with sports. He'll recap all of the basketball action from over the weekend. The men's team took to the road this weekend in a search of their first road win, but would it be enough against Cleveland State?
And the women's team continues its tour of Illinois tomorrow against Bradley. See how Western stacks up against the Braves after the break.
My name is Patrick Magoon, and I have the privilege of serving as the President and Chief Executive Officer of Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. I'm also a very proud alumni of Western Illinois University. It gave me the foundation I needed to build a very successful career. That's my story. What will your success story be?
Hi, that's me, Sammy Marshall, a junior exercise science major at Western Illinois University, shortstop on the Leatherneck softball team, and Summit League Player of the Year. At Western, I take my GPA just as seriously as I take my batting average. My experiences with faculty, my coaching staff, and the community are helping shape my future in exercise science. This is my story. What will your success story be?
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. It's like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Before the lights go on, dedication, teamwork, precision, award-winning leadership brings you Macomb's only local TV newscast. On the air, live at 4, Friday mornings at 10, and online all the time. Our community, your community, News 3.
Take your train and go. Stand by 3 for the push.
Welcome back to Live at 4. The boys basketball team over at Macomb High School took on winless Quincy Notre Dame on Saturday in Quincy. Macomb High played a balanced first half to lead the Raiders at halftime, only to see the lead slip away. The teams went back and forth in the fourth quarter before QND sophomore Carter Cramsey made a layup with 6 seconds left to force overtime with a 38-38 tie. The Bombers would outscore the Raiders 16-9 in overtime to give MHS their 5th victory of the season. The Macomb High boys continued their defensive dominance this season, forcing 22 turnovers in the win. As for the girls team, they beat West Hancock 52-42 on Saturday to remain unbeaten in conference play. The Macomb High led by double digits for most of the game after pulling out a 22-6 lead in the first quarter. The girls will travel to Rushville for a game Thursday against Rushville Industry. The Rockets are 3-3 on the season. Now flipping to Western Illinois, the men's basketball team fell to Cleveland State on Saturday, 76-54. The Leathernecks committed a season-high 21 turnovers that led to 34 points for Cleveland State. Garrett Covington led the day for Western with 17 points, while the Vikings' Trey Lewis scored a game-high 21. Western remains winless on the road this season, but some good news for the team. They will return to Macomb for a pair of home games this weekend. WYU will take on Idaho Thursday night at Western Hall. Idaho is 3-1 so far this season and will play Baylor tomorrow, while Western has the next 2 nights off. And the women's team lost to UIC 67-54 on Saturday. Western fell to 4-4 on the season, while the Flames are off to their best start since 1995. The Leathernecks will finish their 3-game road trip tonight in Peoria, where they will take on Bradley. Bradley leads the all-time series against Western with 24 wins and 12 losses. The Braves won their first game of the season in impressive fashion by beating the University of Missouri Tigers 76-64 Saturday. Bradley is in the middle of an 8-game homestand. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. And WYU baseball team has finalized and released their schedule for the 2015 season. The baseball team will play 51 games this season, with 21 of them being played at Alfred D. Boyer Stadium in Macomb. Western kicks off the season on February 20th in Nashville, Tennessee for the Mule Mix Classic. Notable non-conference opponents include Wichita State, Oklahoma State, and Iowa. Western will wrap up its season on May 16th against Oral Roberts. As for the Summit League tournament, that will be held in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the end of the season. And in national news, the Chicago White Sox made a splash late last night when the Oakland Athletics agreed to trade former Chicago Cub Jeff Samardzija to the South Side. The White Sox will give up infielder Marcus Semien, pitcher Chris Bassett, and catcher Josh Fegley. Samardzija played for the Cubs for the first 7 seasons of his career. He finished last year with a 2.99 earned run average and 202 strikeouts in the season. The White Sox also signed free agent relief pitcher David Robertson to a 4-year, $46 million contract. Robertson was the Yankees closer last season and finished with a 3.08 ERA and 36 saves, which is good for the Sox, who finished 25th in the league in saves last year. Both acquisitions were made on the first night of the MLB winter meetings in San Diego. Today, the Chicago Cubs are making moves to finish a deal to acquire Arizona catcher Miguel Montero. And lastly, we will finish up with our play of the day. Today's play comes from the Clippers-Suns game last night in the NBA. You're going to see here Chris Paul inbounds it to Blake Griffin, and rather than shooting it, gives it back to him. He steps back with the three, goes off the rim, off the backboard, and falls in. Another look at it. Griffin not known for his long-range shooting, but he nails the circus shot. That ball just falls in to give the Clippers, they're going to go ahead and win it 121-120. So guys, with the MLB winter meetings, Cardinals not doing much there, Drew. Sorry, can't report anything yet.
All right, you have your moment right now, but then it'll be the Cardinals' time. It's okay. You just wait. Thank you so much, Jeff. Coming up on Live at 4, a Christmas tradition that started over 40 years ago today.
This holiday classic up next.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
49 years ago today, a Charlie Brown Christmas first aired on CBS. The original idea was turned down by 3 major networks. There were fears that the well-known comic strip would not translate well to television.
But creator Charles Schulz thought otherwise. Well, after making some strict demands, such as requiring the thought that the voice of the characters be real children, the comic strip came to life and became an instant classic. The 49-year-old Christmas special is loved by children and adults alike and has been a tradition in homes across the world.
We'd like to ask all the kids out there for their questions for Santa Claus. The man in the big red suit joins us Friday morning at 10 a.m.
Santa is dropping on by the Good Morning Macomb set, and he wants to hear from all the good boys and girls in the viewing area. Just post your question to Santa on our Facebook page. Let us know your name, and we'll feature you on Friday morning. You can also watch online, news3wiu.com. And that will do it for today's show. For Jeff Marta, I'm Drew Hoffman.
And for Matt Kablusik, I'm Franny Smith. We'll stay on top of your news overnight and bring you the latest updates on our Facebook page. Find us at News 3's WIU.
Sorry, have a good evening.